group of us, a big group of us, saying we want this to be a heritage railway, right? And we will create something that is going to be useful for the community. It's going to be useful for history, right? And that's what we've done.
I'd say it's one of the best things I've ever done joining the railway here. I really enjoy what I do. It's really good fun. It's a really nice group of people, and it's great to be able to give back to the community and be somewhere a bit different from just sitting in a classroom or an office.
The main reason I'm here actually is the people. Some of my best friends volunteer here. That's what keeps me coming back, keeps me having fun. You know, we'll have a laugh today on the footplate because we're all friends.
But down here I feel like I'm a part of something and that I really matter here. And
you definitely don't have to be a train enthusiast to be here.
No, because I'm not the biggest train enthusiast, but I do enjoy being down here.
It's nice because it's all different ages, but we've all got a common goal, you know, to actually make sure that the railway works and, you know, that people enjoy themselves.
Well, I started here in 1974, and that, as I'm 78 currently, was a civil servant for 40 years.
Wow.
So this was an interest, but you'll find a lot of other people like that who've had different occupations in the past.
And just love trains.
Yes. One of the advantages of coming here is you can do a number of different things, whatever age and whatever ability. The gardeners are here.
Yeah.
Gardening is one thing. There's quite a group of them.
Mike Friend.
Chris Roscoe.
Chris.
Nick.
My name is Carol Sharp. I've been here 3 years.
I'm Tina. I've come back. I've been here now 18 months, but I started right at the beginning in the 1970s when it first started.
I enjoy gardening, so it's nice to be able to see, you know, the comments people make when they see the pots and stuff all in bloom. You meet new people, and we've got a good group here on the gardening section, so it's very enjoyable.
I think it's a sense of community here that is nice for people, and I think you kind of find your own niche really. We found gardening and the catering. Other people like the operational side.
And did you say you met your husband here as well?
Yes, yeah. So that was way back in the 70s.
Very quickly just talk about how you guys met. Which how you encapsulate your love story.
Well, I first joined the railway in 1973, and it was in the following summer that we kind of first were aware of each other, wasn't it? I heard Tina's voice over the PA system, and they were announcing trains. I thought, who's that? So we actually celebrated 50 years of being a couple here at the railway on the 18th of December 2024. So we're now married 48 years. We had the first railway children as far as we know.
And how old are your kids now?
Oh my goodness.
God, yeah. So the eldest is 42. And then David, he's 40.
No, he's 39.
Don't
Right, do you want to start that one again?
Okay, we'll start.
Right. So, John, you do it.
No, you. We always did different things. Neil's always been on the operational side.
Mm-hmm. When I first came, there was no track in the platforms. There was only a couple of lengths of track down. Well, we'd never moved a train. The roof was off the station. It was a mess. And over the years, it's been rebuilt back.
We had a derelict station, a derelict track bed. Nothing was here at all. You know, just weeds growing where the track is now. The roof was hanging off the station. I've been volunteering approximately 46 years. If I had a hard day at work, I used to drive past, because my house is over there, that's over there, I had to drive past. I would drive in, get out of my car and stand amongst the steam locos and the coaches were restoring. And after about 10 minutes, I was at peace.
My father-in-law was
involved quite a lot with the railway because he was on the council as well. So he got involved a lot, and then he got me involved a lot as well. So as a family, the children loved it. There was always something going on, which children loves over here with a train. And I think that's what you see really. There was always something going on, like it is today.
Going back out again, right? Well, yeah, got to give them a green, haven't I? Right. Here, we tie your bootlaces together, look, we can leave them here.
So obviously I've been coming here for a long time. I've been coming here since I was about, nearly 3 years old. So my mum used to bring me a lot down in the week, and my dad and that sort of thing as well. So I used to come down up to 3-4 times a week, even when we weren't running, and just see the characters, that sort of thing. And that's how I fell in love with trains. And I say there was a lot of people then there, which are still here today, sort of thing. And one of those characters is obviously Jeff Clark, who's our trust president. And I have a great photo of me and him there on the Thomas Day when I was about 4 or 5 years old. Me in my uniform and him in his, and it's great that we're both able to volunteer alongside each other today still.
And you got your sister involved as well.
Of course.
How did that come about?
I mean, she wanted to do something for her DV, so I got her down during Christmas. And I mean, like most people here, obviously she just fell in love with it.
How do you feel like following your brother's footsteps?
I mean, I am trying to overshadow him a bit, you know, don't really want to be stuck behind him, that's why sort of taking on my own roles and not really following as being a guard. But no, it is nice to also work alongside him because I do have a familiar face that I can turn to if I'm a bit lost on what to do and all that, so yeah. I think such as me being only 16, quite young, I like having that authority and having that leadership role, and also just everyone down here, like Abby and all that, they're very nice people, so it's quite like a little family that I have.
You do want, I was brought in to do the booking office, and then you get the bug, don't you? And then you end up doing something else at the shop, and then you end up doing the gate.
Yeah.
I just wanted to prove it because disabled is people and women can do.
Yeah.
Just same roles.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's really supportive, while we're here. So she's very amenable to everybody.
Yeah.
Especially with learning disabilities, they arrange for you to take your tests separately.
Yeah.
So you're my husband's dyslexic. So they arrange with our lovely Doug Banks in it.
Yeah.
He's a brilliant guy.
My name's Doug Banks. Been involved since about 2004 when I came down to learn on one of the days to learn to drive a steam engine. The idea is that I make sure all the engineering paperwork for all the carriages and engines and everything else is all recorded. It's that thinking ahead. So people laugh a bit about project management, but if you don't think ahead, then on the day you turn up and something's not working or not being fixed. And that's kind of, for me, it's that reputation thing of I want the passengers to come and have a great time. So even in my job, I'm thinking about the passenger when I'm doing my carriages and that, to make sure it's all going to be a good experience for them. We'd also do a volunteers day where they come along and they get a bit of a ride on the train, and we do pizzas and stuff, and they all get to meet each other. And that's interesting that you'll find people that are working in the carriages haven't met people doing the gardening, so they'll be talking to people they don't normally talk to because the site is so big. What the railway provides is a social outlet, and they can come down when they like and work with people. It gives them a mental challenge for the work. How do you fix this? How do you fix that? They can learn new skills. And then they get social aspects of going for coffee together and catching up with their mates.
And they've got tea for us, they've got coffee, something like soup on it. Yeah, it is. When it's bitterly cold, you got the cakes and the chocolate.
There's a lot of characters, it seems,
Yeah.
a lot of
Yes,
a lot of dynamics. And
there really is. Cross the Keeper to Guard, School Road Bridge, out.
Oh, exciting.
Gatekeeper to guard, message received, School Road Bridge, out.
Both of you do it when you do it.
That's where the chap's got. So this is what this is all about.
That's what makes it comfy.
Very nice.
And springy.
Very good.
That's the material up there, which is a red maquette. I'm not quite sure what the name of it is. They bought it cheap because it was going, so they bought the red. That's sure. It's one of these boys.
Cool. It's got a magazine on it.
That'll push it now 2 inches into the wood. So
Okay.
you don't get your hand anywhere near it.
Or your face.
Or your face, or whatever, like, you know what I mean? I mean, that's Tony Williams here, look, you can get a shot. That's Tony Williams.
Well, I don't know.
Why do you think it's a nice place for people to volunteer, and why you keep such a nice community?
It's, I suppose it's good for people to have a chat, do things, to achieve something.
So my name is Daniel, and I've been here I need to work this out now, it's 18 years. Wow. Started when I was about 13, and my primary role at the moment is Ops Director. It's my responsibility to ensure we operate safely. Yeah, the buck stops with me.
How did you get into that originally?
Truth be told, Thomas the Tank Engine. I absolutely loved Thomas the Tank Engine, and as such I would go to railways with my parents, and eventually we came here for a trip, and then I got talking to one of the volunteers, and they were like, my son's disappeared and isn't checking tickets, do you want to? So I did, and they've kind of never let me go. I mean, I've never left.
I'm Amanda Jones, and I've been volunteering at Avon Valley Railway since 2008. What I was particularly interested in, and I think is very valuable here, I've seen youngsters come in and you see them given responsibility and also told about the importance of safety and also the communication and interaction skills. People are people. Their age is totally immaterial. It's about how you react to them. It's a sense of come in somewhere where they're known. They can sit down and have a drink with people, and they can do things as well.
I'm Jamie. I'm one of the firemen here at the railway.
Brilliant.
So my job is to keep the fire going in the engine to provide enough steam for the train to move. It's a really nice group of people that I work with, and a very different group of people to the people I'm usually around at university and at home.
We do have such a mix of age groups. I think that helps.
In fact, they're quite protective, aren't they, the young ones towards us? Yeah, it's really nice, yeah.
There's Boss Lady.
Oh, there's Matilda.
She's so funny.
I love her coat.
I do feel like she tried to make it more of a family thing,
Yeah.
less of an enthusiasts thing,
Yeah.
which is definitely something that.
Yeah. So she broadens the spectrum for people that are both like the train people that love the trains, but then open up to like the families and individuals and the donkeys. The donkeys are amazing.
My name is Matilda. I've been here since close to the end of September, about 6 months now, and my role is Visitor Services and Volunteering Officer. Everyone's been so welcoming to me, and it does really feel like an honour to get to become friends with people and to sort of be like accepted into this world, particularly someone who doesn't know a lot about trains. So I guess my job is to create as sort of positive an environment as possible, so that people want to give their time and sort of freely volunteer themselves for things. Here, where we do have to rely so much on our volunteers to keep going and keep progressing and keep the railway running, every single person who comes and helps us is actually actively like keeping the railway alive, you know, and sustaining it for future generations. And all over Christmas really as well. Christmas is a huge operation. We have like 10,000 people through the door every day, so it's like takes a village.
Right, now there's nothing better than being on a moving train.
Yeah.
Being Santa.
Where is this outfit stored? So they store one at Christmas. Yeah. And then they say they wash it up.
Okay, just give us like a thumbs up on that, guys.
Yeah.
Choo choo.
We know when it's our past then.
And it's nice to get involved, because anybody who volunteers, it means that you've got an opportunity to mix with people, sociability, and things like that.
I like coming down here because I'm never lonely.
I was doing sort of office work most of my life and sales and marketing and research. To get my hands dirty here is great fun. You know, it's a complete contrast in what I'm used to doing. And I think that's another thing for people. They can retire and come here and have a whole new interest in their lives rather than just sit there and go, now what?
It'll be the most tiring but best decision you have ever made. Because it's hard work, but you will make lifelong friendships. You know, there are people at this railway who joined back in the 70s, 80s that still volunteered together as friends, and you know, you become like-minded individuals.
They saw I had an outgoing personality and they said, oh, we could do with you as a volunteer. And I thought, well, I really need that because I needed to fill my time. It's very difficult when you become a widow, and I became a widow very quickly. And I absolutely love it, and I've met lots of people and I really enjoy it.
And the strange thing, really, coming back after all those years, it still feels the same.
Absolutely.
Not the same people. There are a few from back then, but still got that same feel.
And it's great. There's lots of camaraderie here. I think that's what really makes it work. Huge amount of trust. You know, people get on really well together, gel together, and work together.
I'm cautious that some of these sort of memories and stuff aren't documented or recorded anywhere, and I think it's really important, like, for the ongoing history of this place, to sort of get an idea of what life is like here, of what volunteers are doing here. We've just celebrated our 50th anniversary last year, and it's sort of like 50 years down the line. It's nice to think about everything that's still going on here and like where we're going in the future.
There he is.